Y'all know what time it is. It's the Coffee Bar Live. Appreciate y'all coming back to join me. It's your favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee, and I definitely want to give a special shout out to the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta. It is their Founders Day, so a special shout out to y'all. And since the Deltas are red hot, check out what I got today. Yeah. Gotta blow that off real quick. Special drink in honor of Delta Sigma Theta. I tell y'all how to make it on my channel. Please follow. Drink more coffee. Make sure y'all share this video. The more y'all share, the more support I get. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Deltas are red hot. There we go. So in any case, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Again, appreciate y'all coming out. Make sure y'all share the video if y'all just now joining. And today we are going to be talking about a lot of previews, a lot of letdowns, and then also a few things that I got stored up for y'all that I watched myself that I would definitely recommend for y'all. So starting off, we got some bad news. Unfortunately, we done came into 2020 part 2. Of course, we know what happened last week with the Capitol and everything. But as far as movies go, I definitely expected a lot more movies to go ahead and be pushed out. But I'm starting to hear rumblings that some of the movies, especially those that are Sony related, are starting to be pushed back. So what that means is movies such as Morbius, which was supposed to come out in March, it's going to be pushed back to October. And they're holding close to the vest their other movies. Another example of this is that could possibly kind of let us down this year is Spider-Man, because even though it is, I appreciate you, bro. Even though it probably is something that actually is Marvel owned or anything like that, Sony does kind of hold partial ownership of Spider-Man, and if they decide not to launch it, then there's not much Marvel can do with their partnership. So that hopefully Sony does find a different model, because it looks like with their movies, especially with Venom Let There Be Carnage and a few other Sony movies that are supposed to be coming out, they are holding it close to the vest, and it looks like they're hoping that everything go back to normal so they can get their normal box office. But that might not happen, unfortunately. It just might not happen this year or even the first part of the year. So we're going to see a lot of those Sony movies being pushed back, unfortunately. Now, the good news is it looks like some other companies are taking the model that Warner Brothers has taken, where Warner Brothers is actually launching the movie in theaters and then also doing a video on demand option. Well, with Warner Brothers, if you already have HBO Max, the movie will come on there for about 29 to 30 days. I think a lot of other movie companies, I know Universal, good news behind it, Universal has the Fast and Furious franchise, which is supposed to be coming out. So I think they might do the video on demand just like they did with Trolls. So this is good news for most movie studios. I think a lot of them are going to lean more towards the video on demand or offer it to a streaming service to buy, like Netflix, Apple TV, Prime, and other movies like that. Because I know for a fact that Coming to America was more than likely going to come out to theaters. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, they went ahead and sold to Prime, and now it's coming out on Prime. So in any case, the good news is a lot of the movies are still probably going to be delayed. I think Black Widow, Kevin Feige hasn't said what he's exactly going to do about Black Widow. However, hopefully he does the whole thing that he did with Mulan, launch it on the Disney streaming service, just like with Soul and Mulan, and then also launch it in theaters, because they're going to make a lot of money overseas as well, because a lot of overseas places are already up and running and doing pretty much everything that is where you're allowed to go outside. A lot of people in the U.S. are still not too keen on going to the movie theater and places like that. So we'll see. Hopefully a lot of people kind of lean back on going into the video on demand until everything goes back to normal. Me personally, if it's a video on demand option, I'm probably going to take that over the movie theaters, just to be honest. I love going to the movies, but this whole pandemic thing, it can be interesting to say the least. I've been one of the lucky people who has not been diagnosed with COVID. I've been tested several times. I'm good to go. But, you know, some people in my family haven't been as lucky. So I'm still kind of weary about that. Moving forward, some good news is we are finally getting WandaVision. So we are finally going to get one of the Disney Plus original content series. WandaVision is coming out this Friday. I'm thinking about doing a special live or a special episode on the channel for WandaVision after I believe they're launching the first 2 episodes. And I'm going to actually watch that Friday night. It's coming out Friday night. So be on the lookout for that. Another thing that I'm excited about, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but on Netflix, Disenchantment. It's by Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons. And it's going to be launching its 3rd season. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. It's actually pretty funny. It has that, what's up, Auntie? It has that Simpsons Family Guy type humor, kind of crude humor for cartoons. So definitely wouldn't recommend watching it in front of the kids every episode. But I will say this, it is a lot less, it's not as bad as Family Guy. So I'll put it right there with some of the Simpsons episodes or Bob's Burger episodes. So some of the humor is gonna fly over their heads, but other things they may catch right on. But Disenchantment, I'm excited about that coming out, and also WandaVision. Another movie that is supposed to be coming out, but maybe pushed back due to COVID. They haven't really finished all of the filming. I know a lot of the ideas are out there. But it's a movie starring Chris Pratt called The Tomorrow War. It's kind of piqued my interest. It's basically the Earth is fighting against aliens and they are losing. And somehow they developed a technology to actually pull soldiers from different time periods. And Chris Pratt has been kind of talking about it online. You can kind of look that up. Look up The Tomorrow War. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of piqued my interest. And I'm definitely interested to see where this movie goes and how it takes us. In any case, y'all let me know how y'all feel about how the movies could or could not be delayed, and also let me know what y'all think the model should be going forward for movies, because this pandemic doesn't seem like it's going to go away anytime soon, and a lot of things are going to have to switch up their model. So y'all let me know what y'all ideas are, and we'll kind of discuss it in the comments below. Now, a few things that I did go ahead and check out for you guys was Batman Soul of the Dragon actually just came out. I was able to go ahead and check that out. If you haven't checked it out yet, hit me in my inbox. I'll show you how to watch it. It's also on Vudu, and I believe it's going to probably launch on HBO Max. All the other Warner Brothers animated has actually hit HBO Max. It's actually a really decent movie. It gives some shine to some people who don't get as much shine as with Batman. So Lady Shiva is in this movie. She gets a lot of shine in this movie. You also get to see Richard Dragon, which is one of my favorite characters. He doesn't get a lot of shine in the comics. Therefore, he doesn't get a lot of shine in live action, but he was in this movie, and he definitely got his shine on in this. Another character that I also absolutely love. He kind of, I don't think they did him real justice in the Deathstroke movie, but is Bronze Tiger actually is in this movie as well. And they definitely let each character develop and get their own individual shine outside of Batman / Bruce Wayne. Check this out though. Fun fact, I don't know if y'all caught it on one of my posts, but Michael J. White voices the Bronze Tiger, and even better, he actually plays live action Bronze Tiger in the first Suicide Squad live action, which was actually teamed up in Arrow. So he actually was in there as Bronze Tiger and voiced Bronze Tiger in this little movie here. So hopefully he gets to voice him in a few other things. He may not get to play him again, but it would be cool if he did. So shout out to Michael J. White. That's one of my favorite actors. I think he's very underrated, and as far as his skills and as far as his acting and as far as what he gets his work. But hey, you know how Hollywood can be. In any case, I'm glad he's getting his shine now. But yeah, Solo the Dragon, check it out. Definitely, I would give it a 7 cups of coffee out of 10. It definitely kept my interest, and I've watched it twice already. So yeah, definitely double check it out. Another movie to check out is Mayhem. Y'all might have heard me say it before, but I'm gonna kind of deep dive into it a little bit here. Mayhem, it's kind of like the Belkin Project, if you've ever seen that movie, but it's more with a virus that basically blocks your inhibitors. And you have this guy on the bottom of the totem pole. He's being set up to be fired. He's already told this lady, I already told my girl from the Babysitters Club and Ready or Not, she's actually in this movie. Glenn from The Walking Dead is actually the main character. They are actually basically climbing the levels in order to get to the bosses to get this guy's job back. It's actually really good. So it's very brutal. So again, don't watch it in front of the kids, but it's definitely a good movie. It will definitely keep your interest. Another movie that I checked out because of one of my friends actually inboxed me was called Arch Enemy. And it is a loopy trip. Now, I didn't get the actor's name from this, so please forgive me. I'll actually do a post about it a little bit later in a full video just to do them justice. But Arch Enemy is actually pretty decent. Be careful if you have any trouble with lights. I wish they had warned me, but if you have any trouble with lights, be careful because it's a lot of blinking lights throughout the movie, beginning and the middle, and especially at the end. But outside of that, the premise is there's a superhero that has actually broken through the barrier, and he's on Earth, a different Earth from here. So he's basically in a different dimension type on our Earth. And on our Earth, he doesn't have any power. So he's kind of trying to tell people that he has powers and stuff, and they're just kind of mistaking him for a drunk or a drug addict. And he actually, you don't really know if he has powers or not. So watch the movie, find out for yourself. It's actually really good. Really good humor in there as well. And I definitely would recommend it. I appreciate the person that recommended it to me. The next movie that I did go ahead and check, series that I went ahead and checked out. I checked out the first season of Warrior. I'm starting on the second season as of yesterday, but I did go ahead and finish up the first season of Warrior. It is actually really good. It follows the story of this Chinese American man that came over from China. He's looking for his sister. He's trying to save her per se, and through a lot of hijinks, he finds out some different things has happened to his sister to make her more interesting person, to say the least. And I definitely would recommend it. The producer of this is Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee's daughter, and that's pretty cool. And the cool thing about it is it gives you if you've ever watched Into the Badlands that was on AMC, if you've ever watched that, you will definitely love Warrior. Not only does it have wonderful choreography, just like Into the Badlands, it's a little bit more, I will say this is a little bit more grounded than Into the Badlands. Some of the moves in Into the Badlands, you're kind of like, I don't know if anybody could pull that off. But in this, it is very grounded, and it's also grounded in a bit of history with in San Francisco when Chinese were coming over, were used for cheaper labor and things of that nature. And it definitely hits home for someone like myself, who is, I'm not, of course I'm not an immigrant, but I am a minority, and it kind of hits home on the way that they're treated after they've served their purpose, and the way that they're treated by the white men of that time, because they feel like they're still in their work for easier wages, and while they're just trying to come over and better their lives, they're basically being blamed for some of those guys being out of work. So that's actually pretty cool in itself. The premise itself is cool, coupled with a lot of nice fight scenes and coupled with some wonderful acting. Definitely check out Warrior. It's based on the writings of Bruce Lee. So definitely another. If you're a Bruce Lee fan, you'll definitely like how this is written and what it's about. So check it out. The last thing that I did go ahead and check out, this was kind of late on my list, and I checked it out, so I'm gonna have to go back and do a complete video for it in the very near future. But it's called Lupin. I know I'm calling it Lupin. I've heard it pronounced Lupin. It's based off a character in a book, but it's African American guy, and he is basically a master of thievery and a master of disguise, and he is awesome at what he does. He's basically doing everything to take down this big business guy in France, and I definitely suggest you all check it out. It has a little bit of if you've ever seen Money Heist on Netflix, it has a little bit of that type of feel to it, because it is a heist movie, but he does have a reason for why he's doing everything. Not only that, it does have, just like on Money Heist, it does have where they are kind of doing a few different things, like when they're speaking, the mouth is either off or the subtext is telling you something different than what they're actually saying. So if you can get past that, it's a really good series. It's only 5 episodes. It's part 1, so hopefully part 2 comes out soon. But it's only part 1, and I would definitely suggest you all check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called Lupin. I'm calling it Lupin. It might be Lupin. Forgive me if I don't pronounce it correctly, but it is really good. Check it out, guys. So, what's up, John? Appreciate you coming in. Make sure you share the video. But yeah, outside of that, guys, like I said, the movies to check out for this week, and y'all comment, inbox me, y'all have before. I appreciate all the support. You all asking me what's next and what's good. I appreciate it. That makes me feel good. But the 3 movies to check out is Arch Enemy, because that's a pretty decent movie. Batman Soul of the Dragon, another Warner Brothers movie. Speaking of Warner Brothers, with Batman Soul of the Dragon coming out, John, check out Luke. It's really good, man. It's really good. It gives, like I said, it gives you a money heist kind of Ocean's 11 type deal. He's really kind of charming or whatnot, and he knows what to say and how to act in order to get to where he wants. And he rarely uses force, but when he does, he can use force, and it's not completely unbelievable because he's not a small guy. He's a pretty nice size guy. He's like 6 something. I know he's like 6. He looks like he's about 6'5". He's pretty towering over the rest of the characters. So you can definitely believe it when he does have to use force. In any case, yeah, John, it'll be definitely worth it. It's not going to take up too much of your time because it's only 5 episodes, about 45 minutes to an hour long. So check it out, man. In any case, I hope Warner Brothers does really good with this new Mortal Kombat movie. At this point, I don't feel like there's any excuse as far as choreography goes, as far as fight choreography goes, because with shows coming out like Into the Badlands, shows coming out like Warrior and things of that nature, with a lot of different type of fight choreography type movies and shows that are on streaming services, there's no reason why Mortal Kombat shouldn't be good. And then Warner Brothers, I don't know who or why y'all separate the cartoon writers for your animated movies from your movie writers, but y'all need to have a collab, because I tell you what. What's up, Victoria? Happy Founders Day. Hey, make sure you check out the beginning of the video to check out the drink I made for you guys, man. I gave y'all a shout out. Make sure you go back and check out the drink I made for you guys. It's gone now. I drunk it. But yeah, check it. Please check it out. But yeah, Warner Brothers, get it together, guys. I mean, there's no reason you all can make animated movies. The worst animated movie got maybe a 6 from me, and that was kind of meh. It wasn't bad. It was just man, which was Aquaman. The Aquaman, because there was nothing new to it. But outside of that, pretty much all the animated movies kind of hit hard. Under the Red Hood, Mask of the Phantasm, pretty much all the Batman movies. Then you have Flashpoint. You have the Apocalypse War. All of these movies are doing very well. Were really good, and even the Scorpion's Revenge movie, which was by Warner Brothers, it is a Mortal Kombat animated movie. it was good. So guys, don't let me down on this Mortal Kombat movie. Don't let me down on the rest of these different types of superhero movies either, because y'all have the potential, y'all have the writers, y'all just got to put them where they need to be. In any case, short show today because there's not much movie news. I will be actually going over and watching a few more series, that way I can go over them with you all, let you all know what to watch, what not to watch. But pretty much everything that I've discussed today gets a thumbs up from me. Go ahead and check it out. That is Mayhem, Arch Enemy, that is Lupin, Warrior, and Batman Solo the Dragon. Y'all check that out. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Hit my inbox if you can't get to the comments on this video. Make sure you share the video. I love you guys. Y'all stay safe. This has been A5 Cup of Coffee, and I'm out.